I can't positively make a sound check per se, but you should be able to hear me right now, and you should be able to see me right now, and hopefully, you should be able to relate to me. So, by way of Facebook, by way of Instagram, I've taken it upon myself to come and bother you on my Saturday, your Friday evening, my Saturday morning, or whatever the time variance is from where I am to where a lot of you guys are. So, anyway, it's always a blessing to be able to speak. Always, we all will have an opportunity to come out and share our opinions and views. Um, Mine, I can't be quiet. I refuse. I'm just not, whatever you want to say, however you want to call it. I'm just taking it upon myself to do what it is that I do, speak my mind to my people, and to broaden that audience of who my people are. You know what I'm saying? So good to have you with me, and I hope it's equally as good to have me with you. So, um, not as much of a pressing issue, but just the issue to mention. I always try to, if I have a conversation that I feel was meaningful to one person, I don't see any reason not to share that opinion, or at least the discussion of that opinion with others, because it just might be something that's parallel to you, you know. So this particular situation was how influential, of course, parenting is on our children, and how we have to take advantage of making sure that outside influence and uh, outside people don't play more of a role than your in-house all the time presence does and should. Like, if you remember not too long ago, some of us will, if you're in my age bracket, you will. Back in the day, when you saw military personnel, when you saw a police officer, firefighters, doctors, medical emergency personnel, people like that. Sometimes it was the uniform, or sometimes it was just, they were the people to call, because if it was wrong, they would make it right. If it was an issue, they would help. Um, if there was anybody to call, that's who you would call. 911 meant any one of certain services would come and fix what was ever wrong and make it right. You know what I mean? And get it squared away for you. And that is so different now, to where, like, those were heroes. If you didn't have somebody in your life that you considered a hero or you looked up to, then it was the people that you would call when things were wrong. The hero would come and say, "Hey, damn Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, all people." Because somebody come in a damn, if they don't come in a uniform and they come in a outfit, that's probably some crazy person that's coming to see what's going on, and he ain't gonna be able to do shit. If it's somebody in a police officer uniform, he's going to come and regulate the situation, calm it down, and find out if he can't help, what other service needs to be summoned, and then he'll get that person or those people there to get it right. Right? Those were heroes. Those were heroes. So it wasn't uncommon back then for a child or somebody who's young to say, "Yeah, I want to be a fireman. I want to be, a doctor. Like I said, like I was saying, I want to be, I want to work for ER. I want to save lives and things like that, and I want to be of service to the public. Public service was the next best thing to, anybody you knew or you loved, as far as being a hero or somebody you'd want to be like or want to emulate. And that's way, way, way far away from the way things are now. You probably, I wouldn't be, I don't think I'd be too much in the wrong to say, if you ask somebody about becoming a policeman, they might slap you. They might slap you. I ain't saying they wouldn't. They might slap you with the way that the press has portrayed a lot of the incidents that's going with the police officers and police forces all around the country. Because of course it was an epidemic at one point. It was an epidemic. It wasn't hard to turn on and look at television and see another case of brutality, another case of some type of insubordinate, inappropriate act based on, you know, what people's opinion were and what a lot of times the police department's opinion were of an officer or officers being totally out of character, being totally, out of their element as far as what they're allowed and what they have permission to do in regards to us as the people. Protect and serve, that shit is just something written on the side of the car. Nobody was doing it. And of course, here's the media showing it to you every chance you get. How can you not have a negative perception of those people? How can you not have a negative perception of that job? So for somebody to say, "Oh, yeah, I saw that they hiring at the police department," you might get, you might get it. You might get like, dude, who you think I am? And then of course, as black people or minority people or whoever was getting, really it was changing up, because I mean, hell, it wasn't like white people wasn't getting tore up. Black people just getting tore up first, worse. And then when it came out to where, okay, yeah, y'all need to turn more of an attentive ear and an attentive eye to this, it's like it just took worldwide. Okay, well, maybe they don't think we won't beat up bitches. Okay, well, then here's a woman who's getting punched in the face on the side of the road. It's not just black males, now it's black women. Okay, now it's not black women, now it's Latino men. Now it's not Latino men, it's Latino women. Okay, now it's some type of impoverished trailer park, and they slamming white kids down, and or white kids who might, have the demeanor of a black person. Okay, well, now we just stand up any and everybody, so you don't think we are, and in no way being, we're not discriminating against nobody, So you don't necessarily look to the police as a source of help. You look at them fearfully. You think if you didn't think you needed to be armed as an adult one time, you damn sure think you need to be now, because you don't know who's going to shoot you, somebody who's trying to rob you or somebody who's supposed to protect you. You just don't know. And to not know has to be so fearful. And I wouldn't be, surprised if I said anything to one of my kids or grandkids about them growing up to be something or somebody in the community to help. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if they were like, definitely not a cop. I don't want to be a policeman. I don't want to be, I don't want to be affiliated with the police department. And that's bad, because those are jobs that are attainable, to help like right out the gate as you're young, while you're young, and be of service to your community, your neighborhood. But, things happen, and it makes it so much harder for them. So I empathize to a degree. You can't say the police are the problem. It's the people that are being hired to be police officers. Their screening process has to be shoddy as hell, to where you can't keep these type of occurrences from happening, and people start putting more trust in those positions. Ain't a whole lot of fucking abusive ass firefighters. I ain't seeing them, get on in TMZ and on Dateline and ABC and Scandal and Frontline and everything else. I don't see no abusive ass firefighters. I don't see nobody getting whipped with a hose. When they were using hose, that was the 50s. They were spraying us, and we've been all right with the firefighters to a degree, I guess. So the policemen just got a bad rap, and policemen gave themselves a bad rap. Sorry, that's just the way it is. So it'd be nice to know that people you look up to and consider to be heroes, used to be people that you could turn to for help. Even better yet, still, hell, why aren't your heroes people people you grew up with? I remember it wasn't so uncommon to say, okay, this child believes that there's nobody in the world that left more of an impression on them than their parents. If they had a paper to write or they had an essay to write and it was about their hero, that hero was their father who went out and provided for them every day. That hero was their mother who made sure that they ate 3 meals a day, had snacks when they were supposed to, were taken care of when they went outside and got hurt. Dad was there to give you advice when you needed to help you ride a bike. Simple stuff that made a lot of us who we are now today and put us in some of the situations we are in today. Right in your own household was any and everybody you needed. And if they weren't there, they were visiting. If they weren't visiting, they were next door. If they weren't next door, they were a summer visit away, because that summer, that's where you were going to see your family. So your heroes and the people you looked up to were related to you. And if you didn't see them on a regular enough basis, you saw them often enough to know, I could call on Uncle so-and-so. I can call on my cousin. My cousins and I are really tight. We stay in touch. We talk all the time. It's everything you needed was in a household that was close knit with another household. They just all happen to be your relatives or close enough to be considered relatives. Y'all know you had a play cousin. Who didn't have a play cousin? You know, you and your play cousin will beat up your real sister and brother because your play cousins were closer to you than your real cousins. You know, it was just a relationship you had and the bond we had, and we were stronger families then. You know, I can't say that about everybody, and you move away sometimes and you go off to do better for yourself because you came up in such an impoverished lifestyle that you forget about back home, but you got to always go back. You know, we used to say that when we were young. Yeah, we're gonna leave here because it was a small town and it was all one-sided, and the money was up here and we were down here, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna get out here and leave. But you know, every now and again, just a simpler time is what you want. Simpler times is what you want. You will come back to it at some point, and you just pray you can see a familiar face. You know, somebody you remember, who remember how you came up, how y'all came up. You know what I mean? Good cooking, you know, and good close family connection. You lose that over a period of time. So try to stay connected as much as you can to your family. You know, you see them going astray, try to bring them back in before you lose them for a long time or for good. You know, it does happen. It does happen. So, and I was looking at an old video. I'm not sure how old it was, but it was the guy who starred in the Black Panther movie. He was giving his dedication to Denzel Washington about how influential he was in his acting career or in his acting uh, roles and things of that sort. And of course, who doesn't know Denzel Washington? Don't lie and say you don't know Denzel Washington. You're a fucking liar. Denzel Washington was one of the most influential characters to act ever. And of course, you can go through a series of movies that he's been in, and this kid, as young as he was, has seen all of those movies, and it inspired him to go to be an actor, or at least become as good an actor as he could be. He got to star in Black Panther, so I'd say he probably made it. But if that's somebody you look up to, who in your life made you think you could do that before you got a chance to see a Denzel Washington? Maybe that was an influential cousin. Maybe that was an influential uncle. Or maybe that was just your mom and dad saying, yeah, you could do that too. You know, study hard, get good grades in school, but pursue your dream. You know, don't give up. You know, and then here he is in the twilight of Denzel's life, giving him a shout out, one of the biggest shout outs there were, to say, man, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to do Black Panther. There might not even been a Black Panther. You know, so hopefully your parents and the people you grew up with and the people that helped raise you can keep you focused on your dreams to where you don't give up. It doesn't matter who's doing what. As long as you stay focused and you stay straight, you can see and associate with those people, but you won't get off the path that's leading you to where you're going. You can speak to people as you're going. You don't have to stop and get off the path to go over there and join something you know is wrong because, oh, that's my cousin doing it. I don't give a shit who doing it. If they're not going in the direction you are, you can say hey, and you can be sociable. You can speak to them. You can even laugh with them, but you can't stop in the direction you're going because next thing you know, you're not as focused on where you were trying to get in the first place. Bad idea. Bad idea. Never want anybody to fall short on their dreams and the things that they want in life. That's from me to you. That's from the old to the young. The young. So, but we got to do better. We got to do all that we can. Stay strong. Stay focused. I don't want to speak and harp on the police too much because I'm not one of those people who say, well, yeah, beware of the police. I don't have no fear of no fucking police, man. Look at deputy, highway patrolman. I don't care if you got the boots on thigh high and you're riding on a freaking horse and you ride up on me. I ain't got no reason to run from you, so you can explain yourself and I'll explain myself, and then we'll be on our merry way. Because if I ain't done nothing, I don't care what it is that you're about to do. I'm prepared to handle that. Okay. Now, what I have a problem with is my brothers, my sisters, my friends, my family. Now, damn it, if the policeman is doing his job and he pull your stupid ass over and you want to give him lip and you got a suspended license, you going to jail. You going to jail. You not calling me, and you are going to figure out what it takes to get your license right before you get back behind the wheel of anything that you're driving. Because you are the problem. The policeman's not the problem. He pulled me over because I was playing Tupac. Bitch, I don't care if you're playing Beethoven. If you don't have a license, you shouldn't be behind any wheel of any car listening to any music or going anywhere. Period. Don't be the cause of your own ass whipping. Now, if he beat your ass to the beat, hey, he beat your ass to the beat. He gonna beat your ass to the soundtrack of a song that you playing because you were wrong and you trying to give him attitude and lip. What? Am I wrong for saying that? Or should I side with you because I know you? Fuck you. You making it hard for me to go out and do what I want to do when I want to drive. You know? Yeah, you say he pulling you over because your music too loud, but why your music loud if you know you got shitty license? If your DLs is shitty, you should be quiet as hell. Get some of that ratchet ass Kirk Franklin and play that. They'll probably think you're a Christian and then let you go and buy. But no, you're gonna buy bumping there. Okay. Yeah, sir. I just want to stop you, tell you to turn the music down. Okay, thank you. I sure appreciate it. License registration, man. Ain't no man. Ain't no man. Ain't no man. You should be able to get it, get to it, let them see it. Like I said, keep your music down. Go about your afternoon. No problem. No problem. You've averted a situation that was going to be hell on wheels. But because you ain't got none of that, you think you're going to get booked now? Do you know I'm going to catch an attitude and get my way out of this ticket? Hell no. Hell no. And you probably was drinking a cold beer, wasn't you? Don't lie. You were probably drinking a cold beer. Now you got to explain how you was in a car with no license or no registration or a bad tag, drinking a cold beer on an afternoon when your ass should be home with somebody else driving. Now, what? What? I didn't hear you. You don't know what I'm saying? You don't even know what I'm saying. You still don't expect to go to jail. You still don't expect nothing to happen. You still don't expect to get ticketed, and you still want to blame the police. No, you cannot blame the police. And no, it is not the policeman's fault. He does have a job. Or maybe you don't know what his job is. Maybe you don't pay attention enough except to realize when they're given a bad name on TV, the police actually do have a job to do. They actually do have a job to do. It's to keep the rest of us safe while your uninsured ass is driving around with a cold beer and wrecking and hitting people and knocking people over in the doggone Walmart parking lot and hitting fucking shopping carts. They're supposed to make sure that you don't hit my shopping cart. They're supposed to make sure you don't hit me or my kids or my grandkids as I'm taking them to go and get them a ball or a toy or an outfit or something to go swim in the pool today. Your ass don't come by and knock us over. They have a job to do. You have to understand that. You have to be able to understand both sides, even if you only own one. I know what your point is. I'm just not agreeing with it. Well, then say that, but don't say you don't even understand. That guy was not out there looking for you as a policeman. He was doing his job. Maybe he was a shitty traffic cop, and now all his job is to roam around Walmart and wait for the people that's trying to steal out the stove, the people that's trying to do a snatch and grab with the beer, the people that's driving around with suspended license, the people that think they can take their beer and open it in the parking lot and not get caught and wait for their wife or girlfriend to come run out real quick, and it was okay to drink a beer that you just bought from inside. Yeah, maybe that's that cop's job. I don't know. But if he gets you and you're doing that, give him a break, man. Damn, you got me, dog. That still don't mean he's gonna take you to jail. That still don't mean he's gonna take you to jail. You still have an opportunity to explain. You still have an opportunity to talk rationally and make your point. We'll be on your breath. And maybe man, what you doing out here, man? What would you say? What would you say? Think about it. Not you, Kayla, because you ain't got a beer drinking a beer. But what would you say if you was in the parking lot at a Walmart waiting for your old lady to come out? She taking longer than what she thought, and you brought a beer with you that you thought you were gonna be able to hold on to and get back to the house to drink. But damn it, you got thirsty. It's hot. It's hot. I popped the top. I didn't know. He pull up behind you or walk up behind you. He might be on a bicycle. I don't know. Cop come up on you and be like, man, what you doing? You had one sip of that beer. Do you not have the confidence? Do you not have the game? Are you not enough of a pimp? Are you not enough of a player to talk to that man and get him to understand what it's like to be waiting on your old lady and how long she's been here keeping you from drinking the other 18 beers that's in the back. They're right here. But it's only one missing, and it's only one open. And he can feel how much is in there. Now, why don't you have the confidence to let him know, man, I'm sorry. I gladly pour it out, or you could pour it out. But if you take this beer, sir, you'll see there's not much out of it. And you see the other 18, the other 17 are right here. And I do intend to drink the shit out of them. I ain't gonna lie to you. He probably laugh and be like, man, look here. Pour the rest of that beer out. Don't open another damn one. And wait for that woman to come out of there and y'all going home and you enjoy the rest of your afternoon with the rest of your 17 cold beers. You ain't got the game to run that. I would say that without even probably spilling any more of the beer, and probably take a sip while I'm talking to him, because that's how smooth it's gonna come off of how innocent it is of what it is I'm doing. I just got caught. So you did your job. You caught me. But is it an infraction that's gonna take me to jail? Is this gonna be a big deal? If you needed to run my license registration, I could easily provide it to you. And you'll see that there are no warrants, so I'm not a detriment to society. And do you really want to do the paperwork on taking me down there and I ain't going to even be able to blow a registered amount of illegal, an illegal amount of beer? Because I just let you hold it. And you see it's damn near full. I only took a sip. Now I was going to slug it. You caught me. I give you that. Now I was going to chug it. But you caught me. I'm not going to register. If I blow right now, I'm not going to register. I'm going to be under the limit. This is all going to be a waste of time. And I'm talking as clear and cool and calm as I am to you right now. Why? Why is this going to be a big deal? It's not. It's not. He just really would have to have it in for me. And he really would just want to make it a point because he's pissed off that he got this shitty duty of monitoring people in Walmart parking lot. But damn it, I'm somebody cool in Walmart parking lot. And you can stay in your AC car and watch for somebody doing something serious, maybe even catch a criminal. I'm not your criminal. I'm not your Huckleberry. I'm not the one. But if you want to go through the rigmarole, if you want to write up the red tape, you're not going to get no doggone policeman of the year for bringing in me. And I blew .0001. No, sir, Captain. I told him I wasn't drunk, but he got a job to do, and I hope this wasn't a waste of the taxpayers' time bringing me in here to see y'all nice office. And my lady at Walmart pissed off. Her fault. I'm blaming it on her anyway. But they're gonna let me go. I'll be back there to pick her up. Where's your game? You respect him enough to let him do his job. He'll respect you enough to live your life. Sometimes, a lot of times. So this ain't a case for the police. This ain't a case for anybody providing a civil service or social service. I'm just saying, if you do your thing and let them do theirs, it ain't gonna always be bad. You ain't gonna always be on the front of some newspaper, and you ain't gonna always be on no shirt. You gotta think. You gotta think. Be a thinker, man. Use your head for more than a hat rack. Anybody ever tell you that? Think. There he go. Woo. The policeman right behind. There he go. Damn. And I got my seatbelt on, my AC on, got some slow Al Green, and a 3/4 of a beer left. I'm cool. I ain't gonna even hide that beer. I'm just gonna want to find out if he want me to throw it away or he want me to leave. I can't give you game. I'm just saying that's how that situation would go where I live, and if it was me talking, it'd be okay. It would be okay. So I think at some point we got to start doing the things that Nipsey Hussle in California was trying to do, and what David Banner is trying to do, and what Killer Mike is trying to do, in making them respect us enough to where you can't treat us all that way because we're not all that way. White people know white people that they don't like because they don't portray them properly. Black people know black people that does not portray them properly. Asians, Latinos, same thing. I don't know about the Indians. I think all Indians are cool. But you have a word you may describe them as, and you don't want them around when you're around certain people because they don't act the way you would want them to. They would give a false perception of who and how you really are. I'm not gonna say that's the word nigga for just for black people. The word nigga goes for how you just behave. It's just like ghetto. Somebody who acts ghetto, I don't give a shit if they're green. A ghetto ass person is a ghetto ass person. I don't give a shit where they at or where they live. They can live in Buckhead in Atlanta. They can live in Hollywood Hills in California. But if they come out there smacking their lips when they chew food and loud in a place where there's congregated other people and disturbing the peace of anybody around them because they need to be seen and heard, that's a ghetto ass person right there. Or that's a nigga over there. That's what I'm gonna call them. You may be able to act like one. You may be able to act ghetto. You may be able to act like a nigga, but that doesn't mean who you are. Somebody who's 24/7 like that. Blue hair, mismatched nails, discoordinated socks, wave cap, stocking cap, and I invited you to come meet my people, and that's how you came out of the house. If you don't get your ghetto ass back in the house and go and change, I'll end this relationship now. I don't ever want to see you again. That's just that person, and they don't always know anything wrong with it. But if that person who had blue hair, the hair, stocking cap, wave cap, whatever cap, mismatched socks, discombobulated, bangled ass bracelets all up there. If she just happened to be white, would it make a difference? If she was black, would it make a difference? I stole that from A Time to Kill too. But no, it wouldn't make no fucking difference. That person is ghetto. That person is that way. You got to know that. She's not going to she's not going to change that because of, okay, we're going to be in public. We're going to be around people that I want you to let them not know you, but just let them see you. Okay, be quiet, and I'm gonna take you here, and then we're gonna go back to the hood. We're gonna go on fucking McGee Street. Then we're gonna go hang at the Big B, where everybody will be just like you. It'll be a whole cackling gaggle of people that sound and act just like you do. Where I'm about to take you now, I need you to not show that. Don't let it out. Don't let it out. I know who you are. I know how you are, but I also know how you are. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Enough of y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't express how it's unfair to judge that person that we're talking about, like myself, or like people in my profession who happen to be the same color, but don't act that way and wouldn't dare act that way. At least not under the influence of alcohol or some other type of drug. But aside from that, I mean, just like on air, woke up breathing on air. Y'all ain't cooked. Oh shit. She up. She up. Who? Your ghetto ass cousin, your ghetto ass auntie, your ghetto ass brother, your ghetto ass cousin. That's who. That's who. But that's how they are. You love them nonetheless. And you love them nonetheless. They probably give you the biggest laughs, and they probably have the biggest heart. Wouldn't let you go without anything. Would give you the shirt off their back. But they are ghetto. Those are your ever-loving, heartthrob, heartstring, beloved niggas. What? What? You can't get rid of them. You can't throw them away because they just don't have the social, interactions that you have. Maybe they've never been in a professional setting. Why would they learn how to be in one? They was raised in schools with ghetto ass teachers. Trust me. You ever heard a teacher that cussed and still carry on the lesson? Turn to page motherfucking 37. Hurry up. Yeah, Miss Johnson, you off the chain. She know who she dealing with. She know where she's teaching. She know what she's getting paid. She know how much effort it really takes to learn you. And you already showed that you don't give a shit. Well, she ain't gonna mess up her check. She gonna do her job not to the best of her ability, to what the criteria is requiring. Here's the syllabus. Y'all read. We're done. There are excellent teachers out there. Please don't take this as a black mark or anything of that sort. But I'm just saying, you're not getting what you're paid based on the students. What you know that qualifies you as a teacher is hard to get across to kids who just came here because they have to. Your mama said you got to go. Go where? To that building over there where them teachers at? Shit. But you don't care. You don't care nothing about that. You just trying to get old enough to go and turn into a stripper or learn how to count enough to sell dope. That kid comes from the ghetto. That kid comes from the ghetto. There's a lot of learning that ain't happening in his house or at that school, and the streets will raise that child. And it is sad. There's a lot of fun out there. There's a lot of good people out there, but there's not a lot of cultural learning that'll take you any farther from where they are anywhere else in the world. They'll be on that block. They'll be on that street. Every time you come home, every time you visit from college, every time you come home from Job Corps, or anytime you come home from the military, they'll be right there. Successfully living ghetto fucking fabulous. But that's all it'll ever be. It'll never be any more than that. That hurts. That hurts. You want to tell them, hey man, you're not too old to go in the military, but I got more felonies than you got gray hair, and well, damn it, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. They ain't hurting, they ain't wanting, they ain't asking you for nothing. But damn it, you don't want to know how they get it. You don't want to know how they get it. They get down to get it. Damn it, we all get it. Anyway, like I said, always a joy and a pleasure to come on and speak vividly, because I don't say anymore that we're losing as a people. We got enough consciousness now to be winners and know that we can win. So then that can never put you in a status where you should feel you're losing, because if you got a game plan, all you got to do is follow through on it. It's going to be hard, sometimes it's going to be long, but it should never be solo. It should never be singular. There's too many of us going in the same direction that we should never be by ourselves when we're talking about doing better. Gaining, gathering, achievement. That's what nigga was when I heard it. Non-immigrants. Gaining, gathering, and achieving. That's what nigga was. The nigger, yeah, that's a derogatory word that people made up when they saw people who looked more like me. Didn't matter if I had a PhD, didn't matter if I drove in a Bentley. You just call me that because you know I ain't the same color as you. Well, how ignorant is that? How ignorant is that? So don't use the word. Take the ER off. You can find the meaning in true culture. True culture, you can find out the true meaning of those people who are non-immigrants. I'm not an immigrant, I mean I didn't come here. I was already here. So that's another lesson, that's another time. But hey, always remember to share my videos. Always remember to go on your Instagrams and your YouTubes and your Facebooks. Share. Share the YouTube. Let's get the views. Let's get the platform so I can have you on here telling me what you think about what I said. So then they can see me and you. Don't worry about if you don't look as pretty. You still get a shot. Till next time, it's always a battle. It's always a battle. It's the world versus the word. Always, always, always. God is my witness. You should always go with the word. I'll holler at y'all later.